Hi everyone, today we're going to be making soy butter mushrooms. So it's a very simple recipe. All you need is a little bit of ginger, a little bit of minced garlic, obviously mushrooms. For those of you who don't like to touch mushrooms, I know they can be a bit wonky. You can use gloves or tongs, and that's a really easy way to avoid touching things. You're gonna want just a tiny little bit of green onion, soy sauce, obviously, it is in the name. You don't necessarily need a wok, but a wok does help. You're gonna need about just 1 teaspoon of butter, so you can just cut that right off of the pad of butter. And oil. I like to use sesame oil because it goes better with Asian recipes, but you can use really any kind of oil for that. So the first step is going to be to take mushrooms, and it doesn't really matter what size they are. I like to cut the bigger ones into smaller bites. And mushrooms cook down, so they become smaller as you cook them. So you're gonna want to do that for a lot of them. Basically, this whole thing of mushrooms becomes 1 meal's worth. So we're just gonna cut up some mushrooms now. Smaller ones you can just kind of leave as they are. This box seems to have a lot of mostly tiny mushrooms in it, so I don't think I'm gonna need to cut too many of them. Just the bigger ones like that, so that they're all relatively uniform size, because that makes it look better. Oh, that's about all the big ones in here. So what we're gonna do after we cut those up is we're going to turn the heat on here. I'm going to turn that to about 8 so that gets nice and hot. We are going to put sesame oil in the wok. The oil is what helps it get that stir-fry quality. Oh, I forgot to mention that you can also add, for extra seasoning, black sesame seeds. I really like those. And if you really want extra flavor, MSG is your best friend. I know a lot of people are scared of MSG, but trust me, it goes great on everything. It makes everything taste better, and it's not really as bad as they say. So I like to add just a smidge. It's basically salt on steroids. So as you can really feel the pan starting to heat up, the stove heats things really fast. So as that starts to heat up, you can add your mushrooms, and you can hear it start to sizzle right there. Just add all the mushrooms in. Then what you want to do is you want to take your butter, and you want to cut the butter up into about 3 little slices so that you can then add it onto either side of the pan and in the middle. All right. So once you've got that going, you want to kind of move them around, get them going, really sizzling in there. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take just a tiny bit of ginger, cut just a tiny little bit off, and you're going to want to grate it. Just grate the ginger and put all that into into the mushrooms. Ginger really adds a lot of extra flavor. Sometimes I like to add just a little more ginger. Oh, that's too much ginger. All right. Oh, you're good. Then you're going to want to keep moving them around because otherwise they will burn and shrivel. Turn the heat down as you cook. Next up, you're going to want to take some of that minced garlic. You're going to want to take just a spoon, get just a tiny little bit of garlic, about that much. Plunk that on in there. All right. Next up, soy sauce, because these are soy butter mushrooms. You're going to want to just pour the soy sauce on over there. And now you can really start to smell all the spices that we've used. All right. And then add in your black sesame seeds. And finally add in the green onions. And mix all that together. And as you can see, the amount of mushrooms, they really do cook down. So you have, it looks a lot smaller than what you started with. And you want to just feel those with your spatula. Some of them will start to be getting really small now. When they start getting soft, that means that you are done. Turn the heat back up a little bit there. The bigger ones that are taking a little longer to get soft, you just want to move those to the bottom where all the juices will be collecting, and you want to just let those simmer in it. All right. And that is that. That is how you make soy butter mushrooms. After that, you can put them aside. You can eat them now. You can put them in Tupperware and eat them later. And it's a really good lunch. It's a good snack. It's a good side dish. And it's one of the easiest things to cook. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.